Muea, where the Association for Community Awareness is joining the international community today to commemorate the 2020 edition of World Environment Day. The association has taken to its streets here in Muea to plant trees, keep plastic. Here with me is the project director of ASCOA, Emmanuel. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Madam Frida.
Why this initiative?
Actually, this initiative was mainly because, apart from the main theme of the UN, which is biodiversity, we decided to focus on an aspect of which involves planting of trees and the picking of plastic bottles. Because we observed that most of the common ways in which our communities pollute the environment is through forcefully dispose of plastic bottles, and also the issue of cutting down of trees as a result of poverty, because they need more food, more woods for the cooking of food. So that's the reason.
Alright, this year we are focusing on Save the Earth and Plant a Tree. What is your reading of this theme?
To be more precise, the reading of this theme again is that, coupled with the pandemic that we are facing now, which involve the COVID-19 issue and also the usage of the face masks, we've also observed that as a non-governmental organization, the way in which many people dispose these face masks is really contributing to instead create more of a problem than instead of providing a solution. So that's one of the reasons we also involve ourselves in picking of plastic and also part of this face mask issues, and also the issue of planting of trees, which is very vital. We can observe that now today in Cameroon, this season is supposed to be a rainy season, but it's difficult for you to even talk of us experiencing rains, because even now you can observe the intensity of the sun. So that's the reason why ASCOA decided to focus on these particular issues.
And now your message for the public on environmental protection.
Well, our message for the public is simple, is that the environment concerns each and every one of us. So the only thing which we can do is endeavor each and every activity that any person wants to carry out, it should not affect the other person negatively. And in that direction, if we are able to take that into consideration and put in place other parameters or other conditions which have been specified as far as environmental protection and management is concerned, then I bet will go a long way to improve on environmental quality.
Emanuela, that's Emmanuel, the project director of the Association for Community Awareness, talking on how the organization is observing the 2020 edition of World Environment Day. Environmental protection is one of the focus areas of ASCOA. On a day like this, the organization thought it wise to create an impact and to give back to the community by carrying out a tree planting exercise and cleaning. Until next year again, Emanuela, see for another World Environment Day commemoration. Frida Leina Goma, Media Fake News, Muea. It was a nice day. Another June 5 came around, and ASCOA decided to go into a neighborhood in Muea here to carry out an activity. This time they planted trees and did some picking around the streets. It was good, it was wonderful, because the planet Earth needs this, especially now as people stay at home struggling to battle with COVID-19. We thought it wise to prepare for the future, and we did that by planting trees. So the tree planting exercise is coming at a time that the world needs it, like I indicated some minutes ago. So we plant one tree to save a life. We know that as we plant the trees, we are protecting the environment and planning for the future.
Of World Environment Day, today the 5th of June 2020, under the theme of Save the Earth and Plant a Tree. It was a success with ASCOA carrying out tree planting in Buea, precisely in Muea, and it was really a wonderful action.
We are thanking God because God has given us grace for ASCOA to carry on this project, because it's not easy when the world is facing a problem like the pandemic. We are struggling to sensitize the public to make them to understand that planting of this tree is good, because the world is facing climate change today. So we are thanking God that God has given us this opportunity to carry on these activities in Muea layout. So we thank God for the grace and for the day, and we are praying that other people will come up with the initiative that we can sensitize the public and to see how we can keep our environment clean. So we are hoping to carry another project by the grace of God. We thank God for life.
The theme of this year is to save the earth and plant the trees. Like for example, ASCOA has done a great job by planting some trees out there and picking up some dirt, who will help to keep the environment clean and also to avoid air pollution in the economy.
Regarding our theme for this year, Save the Earth and Plant a Tree, is one of the great ideas given by the World Organization for this great idea. Though our community today is actually going down the drain because of the way people dispose their waste and cutting down of trees without planting. But I want to actually thank ASCOA for this great idea to plant trees and at least pick some plastics to keep the environment clean. Thank you very much.
This year, ASCOA was able to plant trees and to pick up plastic litter in the Muea area in Buea, and looking at this, taking into consideration that trees deforestation is really a significant environmental issue facing the world today, I would say the efforts of ASCOA are really commendable. We're able to plant trees in an area along a street where there are previously no trees. Also, we have contributed into the theme which says save the earth, plant a tree. We went on the plastic litter. It's one of the reasons why we have a loss of biodiversity, not only on land but also in the oceans. So in my opinion, the work of ASCOA this year has really been great, and it was such a wonderful time participating in these activities. Thank you.
2020, I will say that ASCOA has done again something great as what has been happening for the past 5 years, and this year we're able to carry out two main activities: the activity of tree planting and also the picking of plastic waste to keep the environment clean and also to support the UN as far as protecting the environment is concerned. So we are only praying that the other community members and other non-governmental organizations should be able to put this particular aspect also into practice, and their activity should also be in such a way that will improve on environmental quality. Thank you.
My appraisal about this day on 5th of June, World Environment Day, which is Save the Earth, Plant a Tree, was really a great action taken into consideration, because planting a tree actually saves both the ecosystem and humans as a whole. It actually prevents certain types of illnesses, and most especially the sun. With a tree around, it's easier for us to maybe take a shade, and it facilitates wind movement and reduces the quality of sun on our bodies. So actually this day is actually a good day, helping us to promote the environment, and planting a tree actually really saves the earth. So it was actually a good opportunity, and I thank ASCOA for letting me actually take part in this World Environment Day. Thank you.
I want to really thank the team of ASCOA for putting down ideas to see how we can commemorate this day, and also to see how we can also showcase and create awareness on the importance of World Environmental Day 2020. Actually, ASCOA, this is a tradition of ASCOA that each year we join the world at large to commemorate the World Environmental Day. So the theme for this year is biodiversity, but we decided to do tree planting in order to preserve our environment and also to fight against climate change in our society. Despite the fact that we have crises like COVID-19 that is around, but we still took the initiative and went to the field to plant trees in a community base in the southwest region area, Cameroon, Muea to be precise. And I think it was a wonderful initiative, and I really appreciate the team of ASCOA for this day. Thank you.
Tree planting exercise. Mr. Mbela putting the young plant into the ground and covering it. The ground is already moist. We're saving the environment, we're saving lives. ASCOA.